All right, let's talk about something in the electric car world that just doesn't seem to add up. We're going to look at a puzzle that honestly feels like it breaks the laws of physics. How can a brand new Cadillac with a bigger battery actually have less range than a Tesla? Let's get into it. So let's really dig into this because it's totally backwards from what we're used to, right? I mean, with a gas car, it's simple. Bigger tank, more miles. End of story. But when it comes to electric vehicles, well, as you're about to see, the rulebook gets thrown right out the window.
Okay, so here are our two contenders. First up, you've got the brand new CadillacOptiq. It's packing a pretty beefy 85 kilowatt hour battery, and that'll get you about 300 miles of range. Then over here, we have the Tesla Model Y long range, and its battery, it's actually smaller, only around 75 kilowatt hours, and yet somehow it can go 30 miles farther. So what is happening here? How is that even possible?
Well, the answer, the entire key to this whole thing, boils down to just one single word: efficiency. See, it's not just about how much juice you can cram into the battery. It's about how smart the car is with every last drop of that energy. So what exactly do we mean by efficiency in an EV? Well, the number you gotta know is watt-hours per kilometer. Think of it as the new miles per gallon. But, and this is super important, it's flipped on its head. A lower number is actually better. Yeah, lower is better. It means the car is just sipping on electricity instead of chugging it down to go the same distance.
And boom, here it is. This is the big aha moment. Just look at this. The Tesla Model Y, it only needs about 170 watt-hours to go 1 kilometer. The CadillacOptiq, it's way up there at 220. That is a huge difference. The Tesla is just so much more efficient with its power. But the real question is, why? So, let's peel back the layers and figure out where that gap comes from. It's not just one thing. It actually boils down to 4 main factors, and this is where you can really see the different philosophies of the two car makers.
We're talking about weight, aerodynamics, how the powertrain is tuned, and just how the whole car works together as one system. Let's kick things off with the easiest one to understand: weight. Check this out. The CadillacOptiq is carrying around an extra 250 to 300 kilograms compared to the Model Y. Now, what does that mean in real terms? That's like 550, maybe 660 pounds. It's literally like having 3 or 4 of your friends in the car with you all the time, every single time you hit the accelerator. And, the physics on this is super simple. The heavier something is, the more energy it takes to move it. It's just a fact. And a lot of that extra weight in the Caddy comes from things like GM's big battery platform, and honestly, all the stuff that makes a Cadillac feel like a Cadillac. That premium luxury vibe. Okay, factor number 2, aerodynamics. Basically, how easily does the car cut through the air? The key number here is called the drag coefficient, or CD. The Model Y is designed to be incredibly slippery, with a CD of just 0.23. The Optiq, with its more classic, kind of boxy SUV look, is up around 0.29. Now, I know those numbers sound tiny, but trust me, in the world of car design, that gap is a canyon. Just imagine trying to run through a swimming pool holding a giant board flat in front of you versus holding it sideways. That's the difference. A sleeker shape just cuts through the air with way less effort. And this matters most when you're on the highway. Pushing air out of the way at 70 miles an hour is one of the biggest energy hogs for any car, gas or electric. All right, number 3 is something called powertrain tuning. This really gets to the heart of what each company cares about. Tesla's whole deal, their entire engineering mission, is to get every last inch of range out of the car. It's all about efficiency. Cadillac, they're a luxury brand. They're tuning for a totally different experience, something super smooth, super quiet, super comfortable. And that's the key right there. It's a trade-off. It's a choice. Do you want to squeeze out every single last mile? Or do you want the quietest, most buttery smooth ride possible? Cadillac went for comfort. And that decision, that priority, has a direct effect on how far the car can go. It's not that they did it wrong, they just had a different goal in mind.
Okay, so we've got the weight, we've got the aerodynamics, and we've got the tuning philosophy. Let's put all the pieces of this puzzle back together and see the final picture. And this table just lays it all out, plain and simple. You can see the Cadillac wins on battery size, no question. But then look, it loses on efficiency, and it loses on aerodynamics. And at the end of the day, the Tesla's wins in those other areas are so big that they totally overcome its smaller battery, giving it the victory in the all-important range department. So what's the big takeaway from all this? If you're out there thinking about buying an EV, what does this all mean for you?
Well, it means you absolutely cannot just look at the biggest number on the sticker, the battery size.
Because if there's one thing you take away from this whole explainer, let it be this. It's not just the size of the battery, it's all about how the car uses that energy. That's the whole ballgame. System efficiency is the real king of range in the EV world. A smart, light, slippery car can work wonders even with a smaller battery. So, next time you're checking out an EV, here's what to keep in mind. First, look for that efficiency number. That's your new MPG. Second, don't forget that things like weight and aerodynamics make a huge difference. Third, and this is the big one, a bigger battery does not automatically mean more range. And finally, you gotta look at the whole package, not just one single number. And that really brings us to the final question. And this one's for you. You've got two cars here with two totally different approaches. So you have to ask yourself, what's more important to you? Is it that luxury, that comfort, that quiet ride? Or is it pure, hardcore efficiency that's going to get you the most miles for your money? The answer to that question will tell you a whole lot about which EV you should be driving.